The title conjures up an image of a Hollywood script about a basketball movie shot in the inner city of a minority neighborhood. But that account couldn't be any further from the truth. The toy and game industry is a $33 billion industry. Each year, this industry produces millions of products for people all over the world to enjoy. It employs more than 600,000 workers to fill roles from designing to manufacturing to assembling and packaging. In the creative space, the industry employs more than 1,000 designers and creatives, of which Black product designers account for less than 1%. Historically, contributions and significance of Black inventors and designers of the toy and game industry have remained sequestered and pretty much gone unnoticed, as they have performed in the hallowed shadows of such legendary greats as Ronald Bruce House Sr. of Kenner Toys fame, Ruth and Elliot Handler of Mattel fame, and Arthur Spud Mellon of Wham-O fame. But sequestered no more. Now has come the time to tell their stories and recognize the tremendous groundbreaking contributions that numerous Black designers and inventors have made in this ever-flourishing industry.
You are CEO of your own business.
The most successful game I created is a card game called Phase 10.
The Entrepreneur Game, a fun, educational, and interactive game for the whole family.
I'm Lonnie Johnson. I'm a nuclear engineer and the inventor of the Super Soaker water gun.
We're here with Charles Harrison, an industrial designer from Chicago, Illinois.
Well, this is our opportunity to teach our children now. Show them that the skills and the talents that they have can be developed into a product and they can be an entrepreneur.
Black Inventors Got Game is about 4 African-American inventors and their groundbreaking contributions to the toy and game industry.
Most African Americans that I've run across who love or play Phase 10 are totally surprised to hear that an African American or Black person is behind it.
When I was coming up, I've had people tell me that I wasn't going to be anything.
There really was an unwritten policy against hiring African Americans at the time.
I'm hoping that a lot of the owners of these companies realize that they wouldn't be where they are today if it wasn't for the African American community. My fellow engineers at the time, who were some of the top engineers in the country, obviously, were telling me, "Oh, that won't work, Johnson." Solved the problem, got it working, got it on the spacecraft, and I kind of felt, well, I'm a rat.
When I was growing up, as a teenager, as an adult, I had no idea that I would be an inventor, and no idea that whatever I would invent would be successful as well.
When I started with Phase 10, I didn't have the money, certainly didn't have the education. I knew nothing about bringing a game to market. When I walked into Kmart's headquarters, which was the largest retailer in the country at the time, I didn't know that this was extraordinary.
One of the things I think about is the impact that he's had on other designers and really other young people of color. He firmly believed that part of his work was to help us to have a better shot at being successful at what we're doing, whatever it was that we were pursuing in life.
My life was surrounded, I guess, by many of his creations, be they designs or something that he had fashioned on his own at home.
The general public doesn't know this, but even though Lonnie has one of the most successful toys in the world, he was never listed as a successful toy inventor in the annals of toy inventions until recently.
There was, significant amount of racism that he encountered.
Me and 2 other students from my school, we were the only Black students there in the entire competition. And you can imagine this was at the University of Alabama in the 60s, just a few years after Governor Wallace had stood in the door saying no Black students would come to this school.
You know, there's just so much potential, and I think that we should be more connected. So I'm hoping that this game will connect the world.
Such a, we'll say iconic toy of its era.
It's a signature thing. So
no matter where you come from or what you have, you can take what you have in your hand and create something special.